Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about your 4S. So you get your 4S, you get it home, kind of get it set up. You're out, get it out on the trails, test it out, use it for running around town. But then you think, hey, I might want to take a little adventure or a couple day ride or a long distance ride on my own. How do I want to set this thing up? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to the bike here and show you my setup for making a pretty good light adventure bike out of the 4S. So let's go check it out. Let's take a walk over here. And there it is. Have a look at it. Looking good as usual. Start off on the back here. Now on the back here I have a moose rack with slight modifications from a DRZ-4s because there are not a lot of racks available yet. Then I have a fuel can in here in the rig gear bottle holder. This is a 30-ounce bottle that I have in here. MSR fuel bottle because there's no large tank available yet for the DRZ-4s. So if you go on a long backwoods excursion, you're going to need yourself some extra fuel. And then of course there are several options of soft bags to go from large to small that you can hang over the sides until possibly some pannier racks come out if you prefer to have pannier racks. These are the Rig Gear Adventure Series bags. These have the bottle holder sleeve on the back on both sides. You can put in there, or tire irons, or your toolkit is a good place for that. These of course have two zippers here that open up. Then they have this zipper on the side here which allows the bag to expand. I believe it's an inch or inch and a half that it will expand open for more cargo. So that's my rear setup. I come up here and of course I have a Tusk tank bag. This is the small version. You can also get the large if you got to carry a lot more gear. It's a nice little bag for putting sunglasses, first aid kit, stuff like that, easy access. You also have this clear opening here if you want to slide your phone in there. You will have that in there, and they do to give you a dry. You get a rain fly with this in case it's really raining hard. You want to throw that on and keep everything dry in there. Very easy to stick on. You can see where I have it down around the frame rail. Then of course your neck right there, down under and up around. And then you can just unclip these. It will stay there with this elastic strap, your clips. You can lift it up, fuel up, and then clip it right back down. Okay, now let's get up to the front here as far as adventure. I'll just go over everything on my bars even though it's not really adventure needed. I have Enduro Engineering full wrap hand guards. I have eBay special unbreakable levers. They were 30 bucks. They're actually really freaking nice. I have those on there just so I don't break a lever out in the middle of nowhere if I'm by myself. Of course, double take mirror with ram clamp. Then we come down here. I have this ram ball mount in case I would take along my Garmin, my small Garmin GPS. Sometimes I have that clamped there. Usually I'm using my phone, which is clamped on here also with a ram mount. And I'm using the quad lock with the anti-vibe. I've used that for several years now. It works awesome. You got to have the anti-vibe though, because I killed the first time I ever used the quad lock. I did not have the anti-vibe and it ruined my phone in about a 5-mile ride from the vibration. And that is where I run my phone. Now in this configuration it's a little tough to get to my key. Usually will have my phone offset so I can reach down in and turn my key off and on easily. No heated grips yet. They will be getting installed. I will put up a video on that. And of course, one of the main things up here in the bars is, if you'll notice, if you can see it, a Tusk universal windshield. And I will do a full video on that, on the install on that and how I have it on. But it's a pretty good setup to keep the wind off of you for the price you pay, and it actually mounts up really nice on the 4S. Works out really well. And of course I'm running a skid plate also, just so I don't have to worry about nothing hitting the motor and ruining my adventure, of course. So hopefully that will give you guys and gals some ideas if you are planning on doing a light adventure setup. That just gives you some ideas of what you can do and how you can get your bike set up. I'll just give you a shot of my bars here. Now I do also have I forgot to mention, a little hand fabricated bracket here mounted to my handguard mount with a 12-volt socket, which I have a USB charger into, which charges my phone or GPS or Zumo XT while you are riding. So that way you don't have to worry about your phone going dead. And of course I can also attach more items on this rack, or put a bag on this rack and then attach this fuel can on top of the bag also. So I hope that gives you some ideas on how you want to set your bike up. Please comment down below, all you 4S guys, or even guys that watching this don't have a 4S. Comment on your dual sport bike, how you set it up, maybe some special things you do in order to get out and take an adventure ride and feel safe and comfortable and have everything you need while you are on your ride. Thanks for watching. All right, well, we got the adventure gear on here. We might as well hop on and take it for a ride with the adventure gear on. See if we can still single track. One thing you will have to do with the Tusk windshield, you got to take it for a ride, and you will have to make adjustments for like buffeting on your helmet. I'm 5'10". Of course I can't say how long my torso is, but rather than it being straight up, it needed tilted back some to get good flow to where I wasn't buffeting. Whoa, that's a little muddy. But as you can see, with your adventure setup, you're still plenty capable off-road. Just remember you have your bags on the back. Try not to rip them off on trees while you're single tracking. Now if I will go basically on an adventure, I will be running stock gearing. Right now I have the 14 on the front, and I believe it's 44 on the back. Okay, so adventure setup does well on the single track. I'm gonna finish up my little single track loop and go get me some chow, because it is Supper time. Go get some food in my belly. So now I'll say it again. Like, share, subscribe, adventure up that 4S, and get outside. Peace out.